Carthage must be destroyed. I have in front of us here a little desert setup on a really small board. I'll get more into this in a moment, because what I want to talk about here first today is not the models and the little setup you see here before you on my desk. No, instead I want to talk about the decal sheets. And now, without having to, I can't really adjust my tripod here, so I'm not going to show you guys the whole entirety of the sheets. But this is in regards to my recent Kickstarter that we finished and got through. I ended up being able to ship out everything last week successfully. So if you back the project, yeah, sorry, I can't zoom in and out. Maybe I'll just do this, that's probably better. There's the full sheet there, at least one of them, sheet A. Now, if you back the Kickstarter, you will be receiving very soon in your mailbox, within I hope the next few weeks here, a 9 by 6 inch craft envelope, and whatever you pledged will be inside of that envelope. So rather, whatever you pledged for rather. So here you can see all 4 of the sheets. They turned out lovingly. Oops, there's a smashed the tripod there. Limited space. Yep, so everything on these sheets turned out wonderfully, and I think they're excellent. Did a lot of testing before getting them all done up. They all turned out great. The detail's awesome. Let's get a better lighting under here. I'm using my hobby lamp here on my desk, so I apologize if it's not very clear. It's a very specific light, and it's good for models, not so good for large areas. But you can see here that all the decals, let's get it up there. Camera doesn't focus, but they are all done really well, printed fine. So again, apologies for the light, but yeah, they're done up nicely. You should see these come in soon. Now, I mentioned this in the update, but in case some people didn't get the update on Kickstarter, there were some things with the printing that I wanted to point out. The first one on sheet C here was that this lamb with the flag there, let's call it the Lamb of Rouen in France there, it's their standard, or their heraldic, it's part of their coat of arms or whatever I'm trying to say. But you can see there's some white behind the halo. That's a misprint. And that was one issue on the decals. That was on sheet C. You can see the rest of them turned out well. Oh, hit the tripod again. Sorry about that. Sheet D looks really good, and you can't at first see any issues, but when you get down to the bottom here with the double-headed eagle, you'll notice that his leg there, sorry if it's very shaky because I'm holding the tripod, but on the right leg, it's actually not colored in, and when you get to the flip image, it's also flipped on the other side. So what I did to remedy that was I had, and now we can put the camera back down, I had second sheets of the individual rosary printed. So here, oh, it's better when it's smaller, eh? Maybe next time I should cut them up and show them by strip. But I had new strips made for all the flawed ones. So if you got sheet D and you see the crow is missing, don't worry, in your envelope there will also be some reprints of the crow, of the eagle rather, of the double-headed eagle there. You will see that you get an extra sheet in there to replace those ones with the missing leg. The same goes for this the sheep here. You see there's no little white misprint behind the halo there. It's actually printed right, so when you cut it out and use it as a water slide decal, you will have no problem with it, because it'll sit on nicely. You can see there's the decal outline shining in the light there. So yeah, I shipped all that stuff out, and I just sat down a couple days and just plugged in 6 to 9 hour days, and I just wanted to get through them all and get them out as soon as possible, because I want to work on the next Kickstarter project. What that is, I'm not going to say right now. I'm still doing some painting and prepping for that one. A hint though, it's not a chicken, but it involves, of course, something like this. So when you guys come and see the next Kickstarter, you at least know what it's about. I'm not going to say specifically what it is or show you yet, but you will see. Now for the rest of the video here, I have set up a kind of desert terrain, and I'll pull out back here a bit because I want to talk about what I'd like to do. I think I mentioned this before on my channel. If I haven't, oh well, doesn't matter. We're going to mention it now. But I got kind of a terrain set out here. I'm not really content with I'll show you my lamp here. I got this hobby light here that's really good for painting, but as you can see here, but the way the light shines is good for individual models. Like if I pick up this Afghanistan guy here, great to do details and painting in, as you can see. But when it gets to area painting, man, it doesn't, you know, it's dark in the other areas around it. So that's why sometimes I film in another room, because I've got more light there. But when I want to do the hobby desk and like work with stuff there, I come back here, because the lighting is just, or it's not lighting, it's more convenient to film here. But what I want to do anyway is I made these boards here. They're about 1 foot by 1 foot long. I'm going to do only 4 of them. I got 2 done here. I put some AK, it's red desert and the yellow desert stuff down there, mixed with some, I think it's some older Liquitex sand paste. But I've kind of made like a really pasty terrain there, which is going to represent kind of like a wasteland or desert, and then just kind of dry brushed it with whites and desert yellows. So it kind of has like a rough looking, you know, deserted terrain look. And I want to put 4 of those together and do some solo wargaming on this channel, because I'm finding that with the job and the work that I do, I don't, you know, it's hard to rendezvous with people and get work done and just film battle reports, but I'd still like to do them and do more content like that on my channel just for fun, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to do some solo wargamings, first with the desert stuff. Better light will come in when I'm actually doing it. But I'm thinking what I want to do is I've got a lot of World War II stuff from the Italians. I've shown them off before. But something like this, there's a Busagari here, something like him. He needs another coat of, what's it called? He needs a coat of the matte AK stuff and a bit more rework on the base there. But I want to do something with those guys against, and I haven't painted them up yet, I'll probably only do a few, but against some of the Warlord plastic desert rats. Still have to do some cleaning on him. But yeah, I want to do some solo wargaming between those 2 forces. And then, I don't have them out right now, I'd also like to do, eventually, I don't know when, I'd like to get into some Afghan versus England warfare as well, using similar terrain, because, you know, it's kind of all desert stuff. I'm not saying all Afghanistan is desert, but a good portion of it is, and I think it would be fine to match and mix it in. So that's kind of what I want to do with my terrain, just to kind of show it off, just to kind of give more content on here and go through some different solo rules. I was thinking I would maybe try at first, just to get the hang of it, some Bolt Action Academy wargaming, which is basically Bolt Action, but it's like single soldiers fighting other single soldiers. And then I was also, sorry if you can hear, once again, sorry if you hear my dog in the background. Every video he's coming over to greet me. I should show him off at the end of the video. He's a nice dog. Anyway, I want to do some Bolt Action stuff. Very simple. I think it's called the Fighting Academy, and they have like some simple rules just to play, just to kind of get used to it. And then I want to get into some other solo wargaming involving the Afghan war stuff, along the Afghan Anglo War stuff, along with more World War II, whatever that is. I'm not sure yet, but that's kind of what I want to build. I'm just hoping that I can get a better light system than this thing here, because unless I get really close like that, you know, when I get up close, the details more blend in because the light's so focused. But because it's so, you know, I move it around here. See, I pushed it up and look how dark it gets. I need more area light. So once I set that up, I think it'll be premium. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about some more direction on this channel here, what else I'm doing on Kickstarter, and just give you guys a Kickstarter update here. So I'm gonna go back to painting some, I'm in the middle of painting some foot knights, as you saw in the last video. I will continue to work on those, and then I will go on from there. Maybe I'll start up these allies and finish the rest of my terrain, and then eventually maybe do some battle reps here. I'm not sure when, but it is on the plate. maybe in a year, maybe even 2, who knows. So anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you if you supported my Kickstarter. It's on its way, as I said, the rewards, that is. And if you guys want to see the next one coming out, please stay tuned to this channel. I will be updating it and sharing more stuff soon. I'm going to be taking some photos, I should say this too, with Final Charge Studios. You can look them up on Instagram. It's my buddy Gus's, shout out to him on his Instagram there. He does some amazing terrain, and he also does some French stuff, which are going to be related, like they're going to be related to the next Kickstarter, but not directly part of it, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like background stuff, but he has a lot of terrain, and I've got guys painted up. He's got guys painted up, so it'll be a nice chance to kind of, you know, get some nice photos and stuff. So check him out. I can, you know, if you want to check him on Instagram, he does some awesome stuff. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this channel. And you can like and subscribe. I'll make more content soon. And thank you everyone for watching. So have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.